Hi guys, good morning. I am so psyched to come on here today and talk to you a little bit, really just kind of level with you guys. I have gotten a ton of messages after my little video about why I left Beachbody, and a lot of people are concerned because they're seeing some things on their newsfeed. They're seeing people saying that this is a quick fix, and while that's all well and good, a lot of people are just misinformed. And honestly, guys, I can't even be mad about it, because before I was forced to look into this for myself, I was that person. I was totally that person. I was that person tearing things apart because I thought I knew what things were, and I didn't. I didn't have a clue. So today I just want to make it my mission to share with you the things that I have learned along the way in the last couple weeks, and take you back a couple weeks to where this all really started for me, so that you have the insight of where I'm coming from. You know the science and the things that I've looked into, and I'm a nurse at heart. I love the nerdy goodness of all of these things, and I will always be that person that wants to educate you guys as opposed to just telling you or making a recommendation. So first things first, quick fixes. I have always been very transparent about my background, about my struggle with disordered eating patterns. If there was a quick fix on the market, guys, I've done it. I've done every diet pill, I've done every diet, I've done every cleanse. This started for me literally when I was in middle school. I can very clearly remember having my friend's mom drive me to the mall so that I could buy diet pills. And it's been a lifelong thing, guys. Like, I've always just struggled with the balance and that quick fix mentality of just wanting that quick fix. And I would always say with Beachbody, if I never got anything else out of Beachbody, the one thing that I was super thankful for was that Beachbody gave me balance. It allowed me to figure out how to live a truly balanced life, that I didn't have to be 100% on or 100% off. I could make healthy choices, I could work out, and I could still eat pizza and drink wine and know that it was okay. Like, who doesn't want to live their life that way, right? And Beachbody really was super instrumental in laying that foundation for me. It broke my obsession with the scale. I learned a whole lot about myself and my body and other people's bodies and how things change through a process. And really that balance just made all the difference in the world for me, for my psyche, and for helping other people. Let's see, it was in the winter time, so probably maybe before Christmas. If you guys have been following me for a while, I did a video on butter coffee not too long ago, and I was drinking butter coffee for quite some time. Somebody that I was following, that I trusted and I respected, they were starting to play around a little bit with some paleo ideas and some ketogenic diet ideas, and so I started looking into it because I trusted them and I wanted to know what they were seeing that I didn't know about, so I wanted to educate myself. And I started digging into this butter coffee, right? Thanks for coming, guys. I'm so glad you're here. So I started making butter coffee and I loved it. I did an awesome video for you guys. Everybody was reaching out. Oh my God, it's so good. I feel so amazing after I drink it. And butter coffee really was a huge staple for me for quite some time. Hey, girl. So that is kind of where keto curiosity, I'll say, started for me. Butter coffee is a way to keep your body in that fat burning mode from when you wake up at night. So at night, if everybody's different, but at night generally your body turns into a fat burning mode because you're fasting, right? When you wake up, generally the first thing we do is shower our face with carbs in our society, and that instantly switches your body to a carb burning mode instead of a fat burning mode. So the butter coffee really gives you that healthy dose of fats in the morning to keep your body, number one, satiated because you are ingesting calories, but number two, you're feeding it fat, so it's staying in that fat burning mode for longer. So I decided to start playing around with that a little bit. I did some intermittent fasting, and I really, really loved the way that I was feeling doing that and incorporating that into everything else that I was doing. So I was still doing Beachbody meal plans, still doing Beachbody workouts. I was just kind of playing around with the two. After I started looking into the ketogenic diet a little bit more, I realized that it was not the balance that I knew I personally needed for myself. So with a ketogenic diet, in order to get yourself into ketosis through diet, you have to be like 1,000% on track with a very high fat, low carb, and medium amounts of protein. So a ketogenic diet is not a high protein, low carb diet. It's very different. Fat is really those healthy, good fats for your body. That is really the main portion of a ketogenic diet. So basically you go on this diet and you have to be 1,000,000% on track. Like I said, no slip ups whatsoever. So your body can start burning fat instead of sugar. If you slip up, you have a glass of wine, boom, you're out of ketosis. Then you have to do like this whole 2-week process to get back into ketosis. And at that time in my life, I was like, no, I can't do that. That's not healthy for me. That goes straight back to an obsessive behavior. And that's not something that's healthy for me. So I enjoyed my butter coffee. I did what was working for me. And that's just kind of the end of it. I always knew what the benefits of a ketogenic diet were. Energy, brain fog would be gone, clarity, awesome sleep. I knew that it was used for a lot of different medical conditions, for inflammation and seizures. And, I did my research. I knew the benefits, but for me personally and my psyche, I knew that I could not follow that diet. I could not mentally prepare myself to eat that way 100% on track all the time. So that's where I stood, right, on the ketogenic diet. Fast forward a little time to the last couple months, and I start seeing people that I really trust posting about this pink drink. And it kind of created this, I don't know, I was really confused because I really trusted them and I really liked them and they were mentors to me in my business, and now they were doing this. And I thought, it's pink, so it's got to have like a ton of red food coloring in it. If it has food coloring in it, it's probably full of chemicals. And they're talking about how they're getting results without working out. So that can't be a thing, right? Why would they switch and go to this quick fix company? And like I said, I was that person. I thought that it was a quick fix. It wasn't until someone that I truly, truly trusted came to me and asked me to look into it. And for so much time, guys, I was so caught up in the I'm never leaving Beachbody place that I wouldn't allow myself to even look at the information. And I'm super embarrassed to say that because that's embarrassing. That's so closed-minded of me, and that's not who I am as a person. But in that situation, that's where I was. So eventually it got to the point where the person that I trusted the most asked me to look at it. And I said, okay, well, I'll look at it, but I'm going to tear it apart and I'm going to tell you exactly what I think because that's who I am, right? And as I started doing my research, I found, hey Jen, I found things that blew me away. And again, as a nurse and as a science nerd, the science behind everything is what really turned me on, turned my mind on. I was like, holy crap, this is completely different than what I thought it was. So some of the biggest misconceptions is that I thought is that this was a quick fix, that you drank it and it was like a pre-workout type drink. So you had a bunch of energy and you were all amped up and then you didn't have to work out and that was about it. Turns out that's not the case, by the way. So basically, this drink, what would normally take your body 2 weeks of being 1,000% on track, like I said before, with the ketogenic diet to put your body into ketosis. That process happens right here within 59 minutes. So you drink this drink, it's ketones, so you're putting ketones into your body, and within 59 minutes, your body switches from burning glucose to burning ketones for fuel. Now, what are all the benefits of that? Everything that I just said that I loved about the ketogenic diet. Superman energy, superwoman energy, I guess I should say. Amazing focus and clarity. Crazy, awesome sleep. fat loss, not just weight loss, but legitimate fat loss. Like the body composition is changing, right? Increased mood, patience. Guys, I am a completely different woman than I was 2 weeks ago before I started drinking this. And the very first day I drank it, I thought it was a joke. I thought, how could something that I just put in my body make this much of a difference in this short amount of time? It's got to be a joke. So I tried it again, and the same thing happened again. My anxiety was decreased. My mood was elevated. I was smiling, and I have resting bitchy face. So you guys know that's kind of a big deal. And I just kind of felt like I was happy, which I understand. If you have not tried this, it seems hokey. It might seem crazy, like I am off my rocker. But guys, for me personally, that was all I needed. 59 minutes, and I knew I was hooked because it made that much of a difference in my life. The energy that I had, I moved my furniture around in my house, I cleaned my house, and it was not the type of energy that I was expecting. I'm used to a pre-workout energy where it's like, I've got to move right now, and you have to like burn off that energy. This energy is like, okay, I'm ready to tackle my day. What's first on the list? What's second on the list? What's third on the list? And you just go through your list and you tackle it because you've got the energy, your mood is elevated, you feel like you're happy, and you just live your life, guys. It's amazing. It's the most amazing feeling ever. So that was the first kind of mindset shift for me, was that it's not a quick fix. It's actually freaking science that is legitimately biohacking your body into ketosis. Like legitimately biohacking your body. So then I started to tear it apart a little bit more. Like, where did this science come from? Well, it turns out it comes from the Department of Defense. This is something that they have been using with Navy SEALs and NASA for quite some time, especially with seizures and things like that. And if you've asked me for information and I've sent you a video, it talks about the campfire analogy and how burning ketones is like this super long, focused, drawn out energy as opposed to a sugar energy, which is burnt up within a couple minutes. So yeah, that's ketones, guys. It's literally biohacking your system to run on fat instead of sugar. And I know that as a culture, as Americans, we are taught or brainwashed to believe that we need 12 servings of carbs in a day, that we run on, corn and soy and all of that. But at the end of the day, guys, your body prefers fat as a fuel source. It can do both. It can run on sugar, it can run on fats. And given the opportunity, given both, it will choose fats. So that's basically what this allows your body to do for almost the first time in our lives for the majority of us. So that's what I have to say for today, guys. I have so many things to share with you, and as time goes on, I will. I know this is such a new concept for so many of us, but for me, given the history that I had with my research into the keto diet and all of those things, I knew that this was something that I was willing to try out because I knew the benefits of it. So you guys are like savages. You have been scooping up my 10-day experience packs like they are hotcakes, which I absolutely love. I love getting them into your bellies. And guys, I almost hesitate to say this because it makes me super emotional. I have a whiteboard right here in front of me in my office, and this whiteboard for the last 4 years has been where I write down names of people that I've helped. And with my last business, it was broken up monthly. So I had like all the names for January, all the names for February. And in August, I had filled my whiteboard halfway. And I felt a little bad about that. And now here I am starting the third week in the new business, and I had to like erase all of my names on my whiteboard and start again. That is how many people I've been privileged enough to help with ketones since I've started. And that's literally more than I helped the entire year up to this point. And it's just got me feeling all the feels. So the other thing is that our company announced they are just crazy about sales. And you guys know I'm a shopper and I love a good sale. So they just they changed the sale to include everything. So every single thing on the website is 20% off today. There's some amazing flavors and some amazing options. So if you haven't come to my inbox yet, come on and ask me your questions. Get the link so you can check some things out yourself. And like I said, I will continue to provide the research and the things that I am looking into myself, because I'm not a person that's easily distracted. This is not something that I was like, ooh, that looks shiny and new. Let me go over here and try it out. Like, there's a lot of really deep diving that went into this process. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys, and I'm looking forward to getting ketones in your bellies, because it's an amazing change. Thank you so much again for your support. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Mwah.